Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Emily and this is my thrifty kitchen. Okay, so I know that a lot of times you feel like you can't cook anything, you feel like you don't have time, you feel like it'd be so much faster to just order some takeout, go through the drive-through, something that's going to be fast, something that's going to be tasty. But it's really, really expensive to do that these days. And if you're trying to pinch pennies, that's not always the best way to go, even if you know it will be easier. So today I have 4 meals for you that are super duper easy to make, even if you cannot cook. And they only cost right around $10 each. Granted, they might not taste as luxurious and wonderful as going out to eat, but if it can save you $40, and yes, I seriously mean $40, why would you not do it? These are some meals that I put together for my family while we had a really busy week. They enjoyed them. I hope that you enjoy them too if you try them. And if you do, let me know what you think in the comments below. So let's get moving with those recipes. Also, just a little input here. Thank you so much to all the new people that have watched my channel and subscribed and left me really, really nice comments. I appreciate you immensely. Some of you are not so nice, but I'm not gonna let you rain on my parade. So this time we really are moving on to the recipes now. The first meal I'm making is almost as good as homemade chicken noodle soup with biscuits. To get things started, I'm breaking open this can of biscuits and putting them on a lined sheet pan and baking them according to the package directions on 375 for 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm adding 8 cups of water to my soup pot and turning the heat up to high and getting that boiling. Once it's ready, I'm adding the entire pack of the Bear Creek soup mix in the can of chicken, which I drained and rinsed. The rinsing is obviously not required, but I think it helps reduce the canned flavor if you know what I'm talking about. Give this a good stir with a whisk and try to break up the chicken a bit if you're silly like me and didn't do it ahead of time. You're going to reduce the temperature to a medium-low and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Once the biscuits are done, I slather a little butter on top of each one, but this is entirely optional. Next, it's time to plate everything up, and me, being a chicken noodle soup lover, enjoyed this immensely. There's quite a few other flavors of these soup mixes as well if you ever feel like trying them. The next night, we had orange chicken. My family loves Panda Express, but the last time we went, we spent right around $40 after tax, so I looked for an alternative that was fast but way cheaper. To prepare this, I just poured the chicken and broccoli on a greased baking sheet and cooked this in the oven on 400 for 15 minutes. Next was the instant rice, which is so easy. I brought 4 cups of water to a boil, then added 4 cups of the rice and a half teaspoon of salt to the water, gave it a stir, covered it, and then I took it off the heat and set it aside for 10 minutes. The package says 5, but I have found that it does take a bit longer if you want your rice to be no longer crunchy. After that first 15 minutes, I did take the chicken and broccoli out and let it cook for another 10 minutes or so to get everything nice and crispy. After that, I added it to a bowl and covered it in one of the orange sauce packets and put it back in the oven to let the sauce cook into everything for another 20 minutes. I only used one of the sauce packets and set the other aside to top everything while serving. When the rice is done, just fluff it up with a fork and it's ready to go. I served dinner in these black takeaway style containers and poured the rest of the orange sauce over the chicken to make it extra saucy. My family loved this meal, and maybe it wasn't as good as Panda Express, but that's okay because it scratched the itch and it saved our wallet. Next is chicken Parmesan. Obviously, this is totally different than going out to a nice restaurant to eat this, but the average price in my area is about $18 a plate. So I'm okay with cutting some corners to cut down the price by using frozen chicken parm. I haven't used this before, and I was under the impression that the chicken patties would be separate from the sauce, but they were not, so we will see how this works out. I'm taking this straight from the package and putting it on a baking tray to cook in the oven on 375 for about 30 minutes. While that's in the oven, I'm making spaghetti in some salted water. I boiled these for 10 minutes and drained them, being careful not to overcook these because we are going to bake them and I don't want the pasta to be mushy. So to do that, I sprayed a baking dish with nonstick spray and put a little of the sauce on the bottom, then poured in my noodles and mixed in the majority of the can of sauce. And yes, I'm watching Bows vs. the World. If you like a bit of true crime, I highly recommend her channel here on YouTube. She's wonderful. Next, I removed the chicken parm patties from the oven and layered those on with all the remaining sauce. I cooked this on 375 for 15 minutes before adding most of this bag of mozzarella and baking it again until the cheese was melty and brown. Lastly, I made the green beans by adding them to the same pot I used earlier with a bit of butter, some garlic salt, and pepper, and cooked them until they were heated through. I think I was pleasantly surprised with this dinner. Everything was really good, it was really filling, and we did have plenty of leftovers for my husband and I's lunch the following day. I definitely recommend giving it a try if you're looking for something new and you don't feel like cooking. For our last dinner, we did something super simple and made tuna melts. We love tuna, but if that's not your thing, you could make chicken salad or ham salad for the same type of dinner and keep it around the same price. For the tuna salad, I mixed the 2 drained cans of tuna with about a half a cup of mayo, 1 tablespoon of mustard, a relish packet I got at the Sam's Club Cafe, and salt and pepper to taste. I mixed it up and set it aside. The French fries I just layered on my air fryer basket and seasoned them with lemon pepper, and then I air fried them on 400 for 12 minutes. While those cooked, I put butter on 4 pieces of bread, then layered on the cheese, some tuna, and a few pickled jalapenos that I always have in my fridge. Later, I wish I would have thought to put some mustard in there too. I cooked these in a skillet on medium heat until they were nice and crispy and made sure to keep the temperature low enough that the tuna warmed up and the cheese melted before the bread burned. This meal was so simple to make, it was very filling, and we had plenty to have for lunch again the next day. And you guys, seriously, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing and letting me know what you think in the comments below. See you on the next one.